Hey everyone! So today I'm going to show you guys a super simple everyday makeup look. This is usually my go-to routine for a casual day, running errands, or like just hanging out. The first and most important step is moisturizing. It's always important to keep your skin nice and hydrated before applying your makeup, and I like to use the oil-free acne moisturizer by Neutrogena. Give it a couple squirts and make sure you apply it to your entire face. Give it a good rub in and don't forget the neck. It's very important that you also moisturize your neck as well. So once you moisturize, the next thing I like to do is use my primer. I use Smashbox Photo Finish, and I usually just take like a dime size amount, put it on my fingertips, and I rub it together, dab it on my face, and rub it in, just like I do the moisturizer. So after you prime, it's foundation time, and I use Liquid Studio Fix by MAC and NC40. I don't use any special brush, I just use a fluffy foundation brush, and if I can remember where I got it from, I will try and link it in the description bar below. And since I'm too cheap to buy a pump, I usually just dab it on the back of my hand and use the product that way. And just to make sure I don't waste any product, I always like to just put a little bit on my wrist first and work that in and go back and get more if I need to. Again, do not forget to do your neck because you don't want to look like you're wearing a mask. What I usually do next is go in with my concealer. Now this is a Maybelline concealer, I believe. I got it so long ago and it's so old I don't even remember, but again I will try and figure it out for you guys. So what I do is I just make triangles under my eyes, I go down the bridge of my nose, and continue that triangle along the side of my face, and then also highlight my cupid's bow because mine isn't very defined, and my chin, and also a little bit on my forehead. Before I blend my concealer in, I want to go ahead and moisturize my lips. This is also super important, especially if you're going to be applying any sort of lipstick or lip color. And I was depressed because this is my favorite chapstick and it's almost empty, and I could not for the life of me squeeze any out. So once your lips are moisturized, you can go ahead and go in with a beauty blender. I usually recommend it being damp, and just dab in and blend in your concealer. And when it comes to blending in the cupid's bow, I usually like to blend it out with my finger. It just makes things a little easier. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my eyebrows, and I just actually got this the other day. MAC came up with a new like eyebrow pencil. It retracts, it has a sharpener on the other end. It is pretty cool. I'll leave that info down below, and I'm gonna go ahead and start filling in my brows. Before applying any of the product to my eyebrows, I usually like to brush it out with a spoolie, especially right now because my eyebrows need to be done so bad and they are super bushy, so brushing them is important. I don't really have any special technique when it comes to my eyebrows. I just follow the natural shape of my brow. Unfortunately, my eyebrows don't really arch a whole lot, which is fine. I just go ahead and follow the natural shape of my eyebrow and fill it in. Once I've applied the product, sometimes I'll go back with my spoolie and brush it out a little bit just to smooth it out. And of course, repeat the process on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and take the same concealer that I used under my eyes and put it on a small flat brush, and then I go ahead and apply it underneath my brow. I kind of line my brow with it. I do this especially when my eyebrows need to be done because it hides the stray hairs. Then you want to make sure you dab off most of the product on your hand because you want to blend it in now. And when I'm blending in my eyebrow concealer, I always brush downward. Always brush the product down away from the brow. And blend it out some more with your beauty blender. The next part is optional. I don't always set my brows with brow gel, but for the sake of the video and because I had it handy, I'm going to go ahead and set my brows with eyebrow gel. When I'm doing an everyday look, I like to use a white eyeliner because it makes your eyes look like they are more awake. I have a naturally sleepy eye. I always look tired, so a white eyeliner definitely helps brighten the eye up and makes you look like you're more awake. I have the worst eyeliner face. Not cute at all when I'm putting on my eyeliner. Next, I'm going to go in with my black cream eyeliner and a flat brush. I think the one I'm using is an e.l.f. cream eyeliner. I will double check for you guys. Usually I use a liquid eyeliner, but sometimes I just bounce between the two. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a small wing, nothing major. Again, this is just a simple everyday look. Time for mascara, my favorite part, of course, and I use the Maybelline Colossal Mascara. It is a holy grail of mine, and every time I stray away from it, I always go back to using it. Now I have a very specific way of putting on my mascara. I first comb out my lashes like I was just doing a moment ago, and then I pull out the applicator really fast, and it kind of leaves a clump or a lot of product at the end of the spoolie, which is what you want. And then I take that product and I sweep it across my eyelashes and kind of clump them together. And then once you have a lot of product on, I go back and I comb them out again, combing out any clumps, and it's just an easier way to get a lot more product on your lashes rather than having to just brush them over and over again. And you want to do the same thing for your bottom lashes. Comb them out first And actually for the bottom, I like to squint my eye. I make sure I squint so that when you're sweeping the product across your bottom lashes, you don't get any of the mascara on your face. Then go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. Time for bronzer, and this is a bronzer that I clearly got a long time ago. I'm pretty sure it's Milani. And my rule of thumb for bronzer is when you feel like you've put on enough, go back and just put a little bit more. I'm always super heavy-handed with the bronzer. It's important to always be bronzed for the gods, ladies. Yes. I also usually sweep some on my temples and across my forehead just to give it some color and some life. I'm going to go ahead and go in with a second bronzer. It's not really dark, the four colors when you mix them together. It's actually more of like a shimmer or a highlight. So then I dab that onto my cheeks before I apply my blush. I'm going to dab my big fluffy blush brush into my blush and tap off any extra product. Now this blush in particular, you have to be really careful because it is super pigmented and it's definitely easy to look like you got punched in the face. So I usually go in with a little bit and dab it on and go back and add more if I need to. Time for lips, and I'm going to go in and use one of my favorites by MAC. It's called Viva Glam 2. It's a very pretty, simple nude. And if you're feeling extra saucy, you can go in with a nude lip gloss and add that on top. I'm going to use one of my favorites by NYX. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a fan brush and add some shimmer to my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and my chin. And there you have it. That is it. The finished product, super simple everyday look. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.